If you're in your early 20s, pay attention to what I'm about to say. The best time for you to start your business, to go all in on that idea that you have, that business you want to start, is in your early 20s. Look, I recently got off the phone with a friend, right? This guy I hadn't even talked to in like 8 years. And I knew him back when we were in high school and all that. And he reached out to me and he said, "Hey, Saarim, man, like I'm so inspired by the life you're living. You know, you have this awesome business, you're traveling the world, you live in Colombia, you're in Canada, you're all over. And I just want to know, like, how can you do this?" And I looked at him and I was almost kind of baffled by his question. I was like, why you asking me this, man? Like, just start, go and figure this out. And he's like, "Yeah, but I have like a full-time job and all that stuff." And I said, "Well, just quit your job and go all in, make the sacrifice and go." And he said, "It's not that simple, man. You have to understand. I have a mortgage to pay for my apartment. I have a car payments to make. I'm like supporting these people. There's too much at stake for me to just drop it and move on." And this guy was like, around the same age as me. I'm 28 right now. I think he was 29. And it really hit me that, look, the older you get, the harder it becomes to run a business, to start a business, to do all that, because the older you get in life, the more baggage that comes on, right? When you're like 21, 22, guess what? You're fresh out of university, or, you're fresh out of like high school. You're still young. So you don't have all these responsibilities that the world has put on you yet. But once you get older, things get different, right? Now, like, for example, your parents get older, you got to start supporting them. You get yourself your own place. Well, now that's like rent you're paying every month, or a mortgage, car payments. All of these things, they add up. And it's not so easy to just break free from a 9-to-5 job and go and start a business. In fact, for a lot of people, that's almost impossible. They rely, their income that they get from their job is their existence on this earth. It's their livelihood. They cannot break out of that. So if you're in your early 20s right now and you're thinking about, starting a business, do it now as well. I'm telling you, I can't tell you how many people I knew when I was in university. We were around the same age, 22, and they were all saying the same thing. "Oh, I want to start a business. I'm going to start a business." And you know what 99% of them did? They all went and got jobs. And they all said this. They all said, "I'm going to get a job, make a bunch of money, and then use that money that I got from the job to start a business." None of them did that. All of them to this day, what am I, 28, so 7 years later, are all still working in that job. All of them, right? Yet I'm the only one. Now, I'm being honest, I didn't do this consciously. I didn't consciously realize like, oh, I don't have this baggage now, but I will in the future, so it's better I start a business now. I just never thought about it any other way. There was no route for me in any life. Like, there was no other alternative for me in life than starting a business. I'm an entrepreneur through and through. Like, it's in my blood. It's just who I am. So that's kind of why I took this route and went all the way with it. But looking back, if you're a 22, 23-year-old kid right now, go all in on the business. And even if you're not an entrepreneur, if you want to become a singer or whatever you want to do, chase your dreams now, because I'm telling you, it'll be a lot harder, right? You might fall in love at 26 and get married, right? And now all of a sudden you have a wife and kids to care for. These things will take away your dreams. I'm not saying it's bad to have a wife and kids. I'm just saying that they become huge responsibilities that you have to focus your attention on. You got to understand that attention is the most limited thing that we have, right? Whatever we focus our attention on, we get more of. And here's the thing, if you have all these other responsibilities, it's going to be very hard to focus your attention on your business. But when you're 22, when you're 23, when you're 24, guess what? You can focus all your attention just on your business and forget everything else. You can put all those responsibilities away, and that's what I did. I did this when I was 22, when I was 23. And you know what? It was hard, very hard, because from 22 to about 25, I made basically zero money. I made like $0. Like, I was broke, negative bank accounts, all that. But I didn't have all these responsibilities behind me, so therefore I was able to take those hits. I was able to, move past them quicker. And obviously, where we are now is a whole different story, right? This is my place. I live in Colombia. I run the most successful LinkedIn coaching company in the world right now. Like, it's crazy, how quickly things turned around. But I wouldn't have been able to have this benefit and this luxury and this life that I have had I started later, right? So I'm telling you to do the same. Take action now if you're young enough, if you have that opportunity. And I'll tell you one more thing. If you're older too and you're 28, 29, you can still do it. You can still do it, but it's just going to require more sacrifice, right? So if you're younger, avoid all that tough sacrifice and, that being stuck that you might run into when you're 27, 28 if you take a job or, forego following your dreams. Follow your dreams now and you will be good. Trust me. I'm living proof of this. I can't tell you how free I feel every day that I can wake up and just decide how I want to live my life. There's nothing more liberating than that. I think this is how humans should be. We shouldn't be taking orders from someone and doing what someone else says all the time. That's not the right way to live. So internalize what I'm saying, apply it to your life. I'm telling you, you can be free too. Just make the jump, believe in yourself, and you will make it work. I promise you, even if you don't know anything and you're going into a whole new business or anything and you don't know a single thing, I can guarantee you if you keep going, you will figure it out, as long as you don't stop. And I'm telling you, if you start at 22, 23, 24, it becomes a lot easier to keep going than when you start at 27, 28, 29. So take my advice, go after it, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side.